Alright, if you've ever been burned by having a power outage and your freezer going out or your electrical equipment not working, this would definitely be the item for you. This is the Reliance Control Power Failure Light with an alarm. So, over time, I've covered a lot of items that we might use in a major disaster. You know, some kind of huge grid failure or some kind of civil unrest or whatever. Something like this is more something that you would be using for your own personal kind of emergency or disaster, and those are handy to be prepared for too. A power outage, localized in your area, can take you down just as hard as a major disaster if you're not prepared for it. Can leave your freezer or a piece of critical medical gear powerless for hours. So today we're going to cover something that can help you out and make life a little bit easier for you. This is the Reliance Controls Power Failure Light with Alarm. Now, I've covered power failure lights in the past, okay? And they're very handy. I have them kind of throughout my house as I walk around. So from my living room to the kitchen to the bedroom to the hallways to my storerooms, there's a power failure light in every room. So the power goes out, these lights come on, they're nice and bright, and they kind of walk you through the house so you can see where you're going. They're also a cool visual indicator that something is wrong. I remember back many years ago when we first moved here, we lost power again for 2 days. And when I woke up at, 5 in the morning, it was February. It was freezing cold out. And amazingly enough, the desert does get freezing cold. I think it was like 17 degrees outside. For here, that's really cold. And I know some of you people in Alaska are laughing at me. But we had no power, and it was out, and I had no... I woke up, and the TV was off, and I was kind of, I don't know what's going on. But sure enough, once I looked over and saw the power failure light, I knew, okay, get up, start moving. And I need to plug in my stuff into my solar backup, make sure everything's turned off, check out the computer gear, all that stuff. So, definitely handy to have, can guide you around your house in a power failure. But this one's a little bit different. This has a built-in alarm. So, that's kind of handy for you. Now, it's a 78 dB alarm. Some people say it's not loud enough. Some people said it was too loud. Personally, I found it just fine. And the reason for getting this is I'm plugging this into an outlet where my GFCI is in the garage here, and that is where my freezer is plugged into. Having lost food in the past, when we lost power and didn't know it, or the GFCI tripped, this is going to save me a lot of money should that happen again. A lot of times, this is the same. For some weird reason, they wired this out where the GFCI outlet in the bathroom is connected to the one out here. So when that one trips, if you're using a hairdryer or whatever, you use too much power and it trips and turns off, you don't think, oh, I better go out to the garage and reset it. Meanwhile, your food's getting hot in the freezer. So that's the point of this, okay? It's also awesome for medical device like an oxygen machine, a CPAP. And, I think the price on these are really worth it because it's a whole lot less than the price of brand new food in your fridge. So it's a reliable 120 volt outlet power failure alarm. The thing is like clockwork. I've tested it on and off here. I'm going to take it out of the box and show you it's actually just cut out. But I have tested it extensively. The cool part about this is you can set it for just a light or the light and alarm. And we're going to show you how that works in a minute. We're going to demo it. But you see it's a rather small device. Very, very handy little tiny device. And whole lot smaller than the other one I'm using now, which is a power failure light. The only way I'd know that that was not on is if the light was on and if I walked out to my garage. Now, I'm out here a ton of times a day, so I could see it, but still, I like the fact that this beeps and I'll hear it through the wall. Now, the dimensions on this. Top to bottom is 3.5 inches. Overall, side to side is 2.5. Front to back, a little under 2 inches. And the overall product weight is ounces, I don't know, less than a pound easily. The reason I'm giving you that is because a lot of times plugs are kind of crowded. And when you're plugging this thing in, and you may have a bunch of other plugs in there, you want to be able to fit it in. Now, a big power failure light may not fit where something like this would. So it's definitely a small little handy device. It looks so tiny on camera. Bring it up to the screen so you can see it. Anyway, that is the deal. The alarm will sound for 2 hours when there is no power. The LED light will last for 6 hours when the battery is fully charged and the light switch on the side, of course, is turned on. So let's give you a quick demo and show you how this works. All right, I got it plugged in my power strip back there. I'm going to turn my power strip off and we're going to see what happens. Now I can tell you, even though that sound doesn't seem super loud, I can guarantee you I would hear that through the wall and it would freak me out. So once the power comes back on, everything's back to normal. So it's definitely going to be handy for me. I'm going to show you really quick where I intend to plug this in and where I'm going to be using it. All right, what you're seeing here is my little freezer. And there is the current light that I'm using. That is the power failure light that I'm using right now, okay? And it just comes on. It's not a, it's not a very bright, obnoxious, noisy kind of thing. It just turns on. And like I said, I'm in and out of here a bunch of times a day. I'm really not worried about it. But it could happen overnight and I wouldn't even know it. And at least, as I get older, my sense of hearing is really good. So I would definitely hear this all the way, wherever I was in the house. So what we're going to do is unplug this, and you're going to see it turns itself on. We're going to set this on the alarm and plug it in there. And there we go. So now I know, and you see how much smaller that is comparative size. Now I know if this thing goes off, if this thing turns off or that outlet dies, and it is on the GFCI circuit in the whole house, if that outlet dies, I'm going to hear it and I'm going to see a light right away. So let me wrap up the video and tell you where you can pick one up and how much they cost. All right, so cost on these is $16.29. Okay, so for around $17, with all said and done off Amazon, you can get one of these and have it protecting an outlet. They do have some deals if you want to buy them 2 or 3 bundles. You go to the link I give you and you can see them there. Like I said, $16, yeah, that's a little expensive for such a small item, but a whole lot cheaper than a freezer full of bad food. So I don't mind paying that for that, and I like the fact that it's got a little bit of an annoying beep to it so that I'll hear it. It's actually fairly loud when you're inside. I tested it out to see what it was like. I was sitting at my computer desk and had my headphones half on, and I was just kind of quiet, and I could hear it. So you could hear there was a beeping going on. And like I said, I'm in and out of here a bunch of times a day. I'm constantly out here planning videos and stuff, or working on something, or cleaning a gun, or who knows. So I'm always out here, and it does come in handy to be able to have the light as a visual cue as well. So like I said, $16.29. You can pop them on Amazon right up there. You can grab one. I have the link down below. You can check it out. That's about it for the video for today, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed it and see the use in something like this, especially for us preppers, that our freezers are usually pretty full most of the time. And this is handy in a bedroom or a living room or whatever, where if you're sleeping and the power goes out, that would wake you up and let you know something's up. If you have critical medical equipment, like say an oxygen generator or something like that somebody in your house is using, that's really important to know when the power's out. You want to know right away. So folks, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to check the link down below for that item there, as well as our whole Amazon affiliate store. I have it down there. It's broken up into 2 parts now. We're going to be adding some more stuff to that lately and break it up into more. Don't forget to check out that link. Don't forget to check out our freeze-dried wholesalers link. I've been doing videos on that, and I have another one probably coming up Monday that I want to do, how to cook with it. It's freeze-dried food, and it's everything you could imagine, from meatballs to filet mignon to steaks to chicken to everything. You name it, they've got it. So it's definitely good for storage. It's a 10 to 25-year shelf life, depending on the product. Nice sealed Mylar bags, easy to store, easy to put away. You can put it under your bed and store it for 10 years and be good to go. And don't forget to check out our preparewithiridium.com link. That is our My Patriot Supply link. That's preparewithiridium.com, as well as our Thrive Life link. Anyway, folks, I thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.